Monday section, one of the days of the week that we'll be doing these extended classes. Today we'll be covering. We'll be continuing from where we stopped. So I talked about the old IT setup. This is the current IT setup before the cloud. That you have to go through acquiring a building, computer server, air conditioning, physical security guards, electricity, paying mortgage in that building, manpower. What about the wiring? In fact, that's the 23rd one is the wiring of the building. Installation, right? All of this stuff, this is the process of setting up a data center. It's costly. It costs millions of dollars in America. I am sure it costs hundreds of millions in Africa, somewhere in all currencies in Africa. It will cost hundreds of millions or so, or tens of millions in that region too. So, but in the United States, as a case study will really leveraging on right now, is this cost some enterprise billions of dollars. So what happened is that the new era of IT was ushered in to address some of these. Let me keep this short. Was ushered in. Now referred to, referred to, sorry, as cloud computing. Um, the word cloud here is a concept. The word cloud. Why is it called a cloud computing? Understand this. Cloud here is means cloud is a concept. Here's what it means. It's like there's cloud in the sky, and have you ever, if you've ever flew from maybe Nigeria to South Africa, you will see that even when you arrive at Johannesburg International Airport, the cloud or the sky doesn't stop. It doesn't stop where you stop. It doesn't stop where your plane stops. It continues. No one can see the end. Regardless of how far you fly, it continues. It's just, you just keep going. The word cloud means the concept there, the way the new IT era ushered in, the concept it ushered in with was referred to as cloud. Cloud means always accessible, no matter what happens, whether there's dark cloud, there's bright cloud, there's all if you come out today, you must always see the cloud. That means always accessible. And then the cloud means it has elasticity. It's elastic in nature. Elasticity here, let's use this. Or they call it draw. Is it drawstring? No, no, no. It's something I'm looking for. Oh, okay, okay. Growing up, growing up, we used to wear briefs. In America, they call it a briefs or whatever shorts. But back home in Nigeria, where I grew up, We used to call it boxes. We used to wear boxes that has this type of elastic string. As kids, we play with it. We just like stretch it out and down. You just eat your friend or your brother, whoever's wearing put on the brief, as kids. Elastic means to expand at will and shrink at will. It has the ability to expand, it has the ability to what? Shrink. That's what the cloud, that's the base of the cloud. It comes with elasticity. It comes with availability. So when you go out, you always see the cloud out there, the cloud is always there. What? No, oh, sorry. So yeah, sorry, a lady was going on my Panera. She thought I was waving at her because I was moving my head. So she kind of interrupted me a little bit. So yeah, one size fits all. Thank you, Nike or Nike. One size fits all. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this is the concept of why the new era of IT became the cloud. For example, let me show you some of the things that the cloud offers. The cloud offers storage. Cloud is a concept. I'm trying to dumb down all of this as much as possible for those who are new to IT. Okay, so the cloud, as you know it, is up there. Everything is under the cloud. Everything is under the cloud. So another thing is it comes from it comes from what's the word here? My mind is blank. So one is it cloud is a concept, understand it. Cloud is a concept.
That came from always been available.
Open it's a concept, it's always available, it's built, it's created with elasticity. No one has seen the end of the cloud, so of course the sky rather, just using cloud as a reference point here. And is high, it's always okay. I won't say always available here means equal to highly available. That's the cloud language, remember, right? Which is high availability. So all this words, all of this buzzword on the cloud is from the concept of being highly available at all times, right? So cool. Another example of why the cloud came is to address the limitation. Okay, the main thing though, the main thing is the accessibility and availability. The main purpose of the cloud accessibility. Whenever the cloud is accessibility and availability, right? The cloud, with the cloud, everyone has access to the cloud, regardless of whether you're poor, whether you're wealthy, whether you're middle class, whether you're upper class, whether you're lower class, regardless of who you are, everyone has access to the sky. But not everyone can just take up, just because everyone has access to the sky, doesn't mean that everyone can just build a plane and or buy a plane and just fly in the sky. There are controls in place. That's where the security comes. So the next thing is the cloud comes with security control. Example here is if you have an airplane, you have to go through maybe a private airspace. I don't know much about aviation, but I strongly believe that the FAA, Federal Aviation Authority, in America will have to give you some type of flying clearance license for you to fly in the US airspace, regardless of whether you own a private plane or not. There are certain areas you cannot fly above. If you fly very close, low, at a low altitude, close to the White House, you'll likely be shot down. So there has to be control in place to secure everyone. So that way you don't scalability, okay, flexibility, okay, that's true. Yep. But there has to be control so that you don't you don't okay, Victoria said DC is mostly a no-fly zone. Mommy, because of the sensitivity of the government infrastructure in place. We have the US military, I forgot what they call them now, somewhere in Arlington. What is it called, guys? The military building installation in Arlington.
Okay, about the Pentagon.
Pentagon.
Yeah.
We have the Pentagon. We have the White House. We have the congressional building. All those areas. Those are highly valuable targets. So just because we have access to the sky doesn't mean that we can just take up a airplane and just fly everywhere in the sky. There has to be control. There has to be permission. There has to be a bit of what's the word here? There has to be a little bit of sorry?
Policies to follow.
Yeah, there has to be yeah, that's one. But that's not what is that I was looking for.
Talking about clearance?
No, not clearance, not clearance. There has to be maybe protocol. Protocol, so there has to be that.
Doctor, please, something is blocking on the screen.
My screen?
Something is on the screen, like a black, maybe it's the chart picture, I don't know. Like when you share the screen, there was something on the notepad, like, okay, I think it's better now. Yeah, it's better now. You can move the controls to another side so that we can, yeah, thank you.
Okay, is it good now?
Yes.
All right. Someone in the chat says, just reminded me that it's built with affordability. Sorry, let me see. Let me get the right word. Flexibility, okay. The cloud is built to give advantage to small or startup businesses in a competitive economy. What does that mean? For example, you want to start a website. You don't have to go buy all of those servers that are up there waiting for months and months to build your own server. You can just go and rent from AWS to spin up that web server for your website. Okay. First, another good example is example of availability and convenience is buying a house versus building a house. In the United States, in Texas majorly, it will take you about 4 to 6 months to build a house in the US. About 4 to 6 months to build you a 4-bedroom home and 4 baths in Texas. But if that house is already built, if you have a developer who has already built those homes, it will take you less than that to it will take you less than that to own a home versus waiting for 6 months. You can just buy the house today if you have the cash or the bank draft or the bank approval letter that with an intention to finance the deal. You can just do that right away and have access to that house. Not getting to I'm not getting the legal aspect of the closing and all that title transfer and other stuff. Just about like just at a base level. You buy a house cash, you get the house, regardless of what is the process of the exchange and all that stuff, or the transfer and stuff. You pay cash for the house belongs to you. The owner has to transfer the title and everything to your name in order for the house to be built. The case here, the reference here is the availability and the accessibility. You're able to access the house right away to inspect it. You know what it looks like, and then it's available for you to move in. If the house is not occupied, it's a brand new home that's been built, you just move in. Your property is buy furnitures and stuff, It's the same thing with the cloud. Building a house in that 4 to 6 month span of time is the same thing as the traditional IT that we have in those days versus buying a house is the same. So just to lay the understanding here before we Moni Retu Maiza, what do you want to like, sorry, like, what do you want me to scroll to? Is this good? Hello?
Yes, much better. Yes.
Okay, I will share this note with you guys, okay? Hopefully someone can help me reward them, edit them and stuff, because this notepad, this Microsoft Notepad doesn't have editor and stuff. What black thing is on my screen? Odosanya, can you see it?
Yeah, Dr. Lucky, I think
whenever you open your chat, you just need to close it or minimize it.
Oh, that's a Zoom problem now, right?
Yeah, it's a Zoom problem. It's not yours. Zoom.
Is this showing now?
No longer.
Now. It's okay.
Also, whenever I open my chat, okay. That's new. Never experienced that before. Okay. Okay. So, but anyway, that's just an example of why the cloud exists. Understanding the concept is more profitable than actually building the stuff in the cloud. In AWS today, like I said, AWS saw that there was need to move business faster, to actually improve business sales, improve the way we conduct businesses around the world. So they tapped on it. The idea of cloud actually was 2 South Africans that wrote a white paper working for Amazon on how they can sell the storage system they've built to accommodate the Amazon.com that was expanding rapidly at an exponential rate at the time, to accommodate that expansion, and also to sell the surplus of that storage server as a service to other companies. Small businesses was what was on Jeff Bezos' mind.
Hello, sorry to disturb your class. I just might greet you.
So yeah, that's pretty much some of availability and convenience. That's pretty much what that was the history of what gave birth to cloud computing. It was Amazon trying to help small businesses with a storage service that was surplus, that gave birth to the rise of cloud computing as a concept. Understand this, cloud computing as it is became popular, like became a widely adopted services or industry because of Amazon. But cloud computing has been existing before, but in a way it was called private cloud. That was the advent of virtualization. So in those days, we have companies like VMware, companies like VMware is one, and companies like Oracle.
That is Citrix.
Yes, Citrix is one. Oracle VirtualBox. initial release, 2007. You see that? This is when they released it. This VirtualBox. Original author, Innotech. Let's see. Why VMware didn't put a date? Let's see. Okay, look at the competitors. Okay, yeah, look at competitors that provide something similar. Oracle provide VirtualBox. Citrix, Microsoft provides the Hyper-V. Okay, Hyper-V is not on Windows Home, it's on Windows Professional. Hyper-V comes with every Microsoft Windows Professional operating system. I was looking for more of the history though, when it was first released. Oh, I didn't know it was Dell that even owned this VMware. Was it sold to them? I thought it was a company on its own. Wow, that's new. That's interesting. It used to be company on its own. Maybe. Oh wow. I didn't know it was Dell that owned them. That's beautiful.
It's just a recent acquisitions, Prof.
Acquisition, all right, okay. Because it started as a standalone company.
Yes,
definitely.
They bought them about 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago. Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Hello, sir.
If this is correct, go ahead, please.
Can you click and drag your control panel to the top? It's like in the middle of the screen.
Oh, so you guys can see that too? Wow, that's terrible. Okay.
Dr. Lucky, the way to get to get that out of the way is to get off the full screen and just maximize your page. The Zoom.
How do I get out of full screen?
You can hide floating meeting controls. Hide floating meeting controls. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Wow, that stuff has been bothering me for years. Thank you so much. You just solved the mystery.
It has shown.
Is it coming back again?
No, it's okay.
No.
All right, cool. So, this is when, if this is correct, okay, this is when they started, 1998. But this history here, February 10th, 1998. That's when cloud computing, really, the private cloud. This time it's a private cloud started. It wasn't a widespread thing. It wasn't widely adopted. Most companies used it. Most companies did not. People were just using their own data center to do stuff, to power their applications, to power their workloads, their data and stuff, their storage. But when Amazon got in the ring, AWS, let's see the history. I think that was in 2003 or so, and it became a widespread thing in 2006. That actually started in 2003, and then in 2006, it was, they started offering it as a business. They started using it in 2003 internally. So what 2006 they now had about surplus storage server, and they started using it, started selling it as a business from 2006. All right. Okay, cool. That's enough history just to give you like a floating information on how cloud computing came to be. I think you should read about AWS. They're going to ask you this on any exam or whatever it is. That sister that helped me. How do I bring the floating panel back?
So you press ESC on your computer.
Yeah. ESC.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Or you just double tap.
Double tap. Okay. All right. Good. Then Then Citrix. Let's see. Before we conclude, that's when. Let me see the date Citrix was born. Citrix. Founded 1989, but the Citrix product itself. No, yeah, the Citrix. Okay. Oh, I was founded in Richardson, Texas. Oh, that's beautiful. Didn't know that. Okay. So it began developing remote access products for Microsoft operating system, licenses source code from Microsoft, and also being partnered with becoming throughout this history. By the 1990s, Citrix came to prominence as an industry leader in thin clients, even purpose-built device to access remote server and resources. The company launched its first initial public offering in 1995, and with a few competitors, experienced large revenue increase between 1995 and 1999. Okay, a provider in 2003, so by one of a dozen other acquisitions from 2005 to 2012, expand into server and desktop virtualization. So Citrix, I think VMware started virtualization at global commercial scale before Citrix. The Citrix started like 2003. That's when they really like expanded their offering. They started offering it though from a few years before, but 2003, between 2001 2003 was what really brought them into that limelight. They started offering more desktop remote services. Okay, cool. Away from the history, away from all of this. So if I ask you, anyone can take up this, just raise your hand, I'll call you, right? If I ask you to tell me what is cloud computing? How will you explain cloud computing to me? Okay, some hands are raised. Okay, there's a hand raised from before. What is cloud computing?
I like something here because
Sonny. Sonny, please, what?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it, Sonny.
Cloud I would say that cloud computing is like an apartment complex with apartment units.
I love that. Please say it again. Say it again. Can we see your face?
Yes.
Turn on your cam, please. If your cam is off, please turn it on, guys. See, if you don't learn to beat that, wait, Sonny, before you continue. You don't learn to beat that Chinese now, it's gonna affect, because in meetings, the thing about America is this: people don't try to. There's a script that they act in the corporate world, like you have freedom to do what you like, but that freedom might be some of the deciding factor that might cost you your job. Vanessa and Sasha, if you want to do family discipline, please do it, but don't unmute yourself. Please try to, when you're in a meeting like this, turn on your cam, be in a quiet place, because you're training yourself for remote working. You know, the remote work does not mean that you're disconnected from the employer. It means that you're just at your own space doing a job that you're paid to do. They require you to collaborate, to have some sort of social skill. Hiring you sometimes is not about your skill set, it's about your personality, you know, how you can collaborate with others. For those who are not turn on their camera. You have the next 5 minutes to do so. Although Sonia, please kindly remove anyone who don't have his camera on. This is the classroom. We told you this when you signed up. This is a housekeeping rule. You have the 5 minutes to do so, or please remove everyone who don't have their camera on. Please. So, Sonny, what is cloud computing?
Cloud computing is like an apartment complex with apartment units.
An apartment complex?
With apartment units.
Wow. I love that. Thank you. So if you want to use an